Hey guys, well, I'm super excited to have you here in our shop. This is going to be a new series we're filming. This is episode 1 of what we're calling. We might change it. If you have a better idea, feel free to leave it in the comments. But right now it's going to be called the Rolling Cabin series. It's a hybrid camper trailer that I've had for several years. It was my late sister's. I inherited that trailer and she used it with her family and loved it. And I've used it with my family and loved it. However, it's gotten to that stage where the floor is rotted right out of it. There's mold in the floor and that could travel up the walls. I'm super sensitive to mold and it's just not good for you. So I don't think we're going to take the expense to rebuild that trailer, even though we love it. It's got the tent ends. It's so cozy to get into, especially when it's raining out. But what we're going to be doing, because we love winter camping so much, it's our favorite time of year for camping, is we're going to turn that into a log cabin build. We're going to keep it simple. Most of the weight will be into the logs, and we're going to mostly have an open shell wood stove in there. Possibly we're throwing around ideas of just like the same bed systems we use in our tents. We'll just bring into that cabin when we're using it, but that'll be down the road here as hopefully you keep watching through that series and love any suggestions that you think. But that brings us to this company, Hykoont. They reached out to us for this project we're taking on for some solar lighting issues that we didn't have outside. We roll up to this shop, and until you get in the shop, it's pretty dark out there in the early mornings. And as fall's coming, it's going to be pretty dark, pretty early, and that's about the time we're going to be really getting into this build. So these are their 2-piece solar street lights. I'm going to give you a description in the link. You can go right to it and check out some more of the details. And I'm going to give you a little bit of some of their operations as we set it up today. And these are their HEXAGON indoor shop lights. They're going to illuminate a certain area that we're going to be using for future review videos. One's coming up pretty soon on some wood stoves, so check that out. But yeah, let's get right into it. Let's get these installed, and perfect sunny day for these to charge up. They're solar. This guy will just clip into a 120 extension cord or a wall outlet. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm really happy that you're here in the shop. This is one of my favorite places other than being out in a tent. So yeah, let's get into it. So this is the Stampede tandem axle hybrid trailer. So this is your front bed end. There's one in the rear, and it's still in great shape that you would think, but the little things like the awning is done. That happens. Let's go around to the back here. This is the rear tent end, so that pops down, and they are really roomy and pretty big. This is the other side here. So the idea will be to rip this all down, and this would be what would be considered the front of the cabin, and then we're going to have an overhang at the back where you can set up like a chair or two out back, and just a simple wood stove with some windows in there, and be towing that around to some winter camping sites. It's something we've wanted to do. It's sad to see that this is what it might come to, but when you start getting into mold and jacking it up and replacing the floor, it gets a little too expensive. All right, well, let me take you inside and we'll check that out. Remember, these floors are so bad you could literally fall through them, and I popped up 2 areas, and that's one there. You'll see the mold coming right up through that floor, and that clearly traveled to that wall. These are the washrooms, and over here is the main area, and I mean, I think there's some mushrooms growing there on the floor. So yeah, this is the inside, but a lot of this we're going to take out and reuse at a later date. There's another project that we'll be taking on that maybe this propane oven will go to. And yeah, we're going to reutilize everything in here that we can. This is a really sweet dual propane fridge with a pantry, so we might use that at another location. So nothing will be wasted, but this will be all one open area, and wood stove proposed to be over here, and there'll be lots more room, and be able to utilize it. Man, look at that floor. Like I could pretty much almost go right through it. That's how bad it is. So yeah, we checked out with some RV people, and you know, you could do the cheap version and you just re-plywood in and put some new tile down in the areas, but when it's through the whole floor, it's all the way to the walls and probably up the walls. And as you're circulating maybe the AC or the propane heater in the winter, you're just going to be circulating mold spores. I don't want to get involved in that. Breaks my heart that that's happened, but you know, this is a very old trailer, and I think it's a pretty common issue. They use terrible press board for their floors instead of like a 3/4 or 1/2 inch marine grade plywood. That would last way longer, but hey, the times that have been had in this trailer has been great. We love it, but we're going to tear this thing down to the deck and build up a cabin series and keep this thing going. This is my sister's trailer, and I lost my sister to mental health several years ago, and I want to take the opportunity to rebuild this and keep it going. It's a connection that I had with my sister, and I want to keep that going. And I think she would love that I'm doing it. And I know that she had never winter camped before. That wasn't a thing, you know, but she loved camping. So for her to be in this series and be a part of this cabin, and you know, the first fire I'm going to dedicate to her in that wood stove. That'll be the favorite part to me in this video. But so that's going to bring me to one topic, is that I'm going to be taking 50% of whatever money is made by this video series, and this video series only, and I'm going to be splitting that 50% between a Canadian and a US association to deal with mental health issues that maybe any viewers are watching. I know that when I'm stressed out, or I just need to like turn my brain off, I turn on YouTube and watch some videos and get into some other people's video series, and it really, you know, just de-stresses me. And sometimes that's not going to cut it for people. You need to really talk to a professional. That brings me to the Canadian version, which is Bell Let's Talk. I'm going to be donating 25% of that 50% to that association, and then I'm going to find the US equivalent to that. I was looking, and I hadn't narrowed down the one, but I will put that up. I think a good 70 to 80% of our viewers and subscribers are from the US, so I want to make sure that if this video is going to be the way that you get a link to talk to someone, that you're not just talking to someone in Canada. I'll make sure that those are both up, and I'm going to have full transparency through this video series, showing how much money that I've donated from people watching this video to those associations. I'm not taking any donations from any subscribers. You're welcome to go into the links and donate yourself. I don't want to, you know, as kind as people are, I'll let you take your own path on donating money, but I'm going to donate my own money and have that go to a great cause. And yeah, enough of that for now. But I'm very excited that you're here for this series, and it is so hot in here, so let's wrap this part up. But oh, I could have cracked. So these are the lights. So get all this out. See what we're looking at. So I think you have to put these, no, it actually just comes as one light. No, just I guess just the pole. That's what I was saying, how easy these would be to install. Let me pull this out of the bag. It already looks so cool. Like, look at the size of the solar surface for charging this light up. That's pretty impressive. And then, oh man, I'm sorry, I'm excited about these. They've been in the box. I haven't even pulled them out. And so we've got 2 of these we're going to install outside, and these will be pretty good. So they'll be up and above, shining down on the entrance to big roll-up door for bringing in some equipment, some boats, stuff like that. And here's remote control, so you can turn on and off, set all your light settings right from that remote. There's some hardware they send, some bolts. But look at that. So this is going to just mount right on the outside wall, or it comes with this bracket. You could mount this to a pole that you have outside. Maybe it's you want to install a nice round tall pole and have that be your street light. So very quick and easy setup, I think. We're going to be bolting these right into the outside wall and installing them. Awesome. All right, so this is the illuminated side, and I don't know if they need to be fully charged before using it, but well, it actually shows the percentage from 20 to 100%, just to let you know, and you'd be able to see that probably from there. Let's push it up. Whoa, nice. So I guess that, yeah, it's showing, it's flashing on the blue to green, so color coded, so you'd be able to see when they're mounted up high what the solar charging would be at. So red would be in the 20 to 40% charged, 60 to 80 would be blue, and then the one illuminated green for 100%, and it's already flashing on there. I don't know if you can see that flashing, but, and we'll get to that. I know that the remote needs batteries in it. Comes with batteries, so you can turn it on. Oh, I see. We'll get to this in a little bit, but right away I'm like, you can hit a 3-hour program button, 5-hour, 6-hour. If you're out there, it's got a 2, 6-hour, and then on and off, or you can dim them from 25, 50, 75, 100%. Man, that's pretty awesome. That's awesome. This is going to be such a huge thing for our shop, especially late night stuff or hooking up boats in the morning. Like normally you're using a headlamp or your cell phone all the time, or you're dropping something. So I'm pretty excited to get these up. We're going to get some bolts. This thing just goes, this mounts onto here. This bolts onto there. They give you all the hardware, and then they give you some bolts, but we need some actual screw, some good lugs to just put right through that wall. So 4 bolts, boom, installed into the wall, and this thing is working. That's how quick we're going to have lighting outside. This is exciting. Right to this step ladder. So then you can just slide this on and you'll see. And it kind of butts all the way in, and then that's it. All right. So that's the light indicator I was talking about. So it's showing at 100%. And you can see the red, as I said, 20 to 40%. And the green, or sorry, the blue is 60 to 80. Really good setup. And there's the lights. Hard to tell when it's this sunny out, but we'll try to get a shot for the end of this video when it's dark out and can show you how they illuminate. But right over this shop door, as you can see, we've always got something going on. The boats are here. Great. Well, we got one installed right over the door, one half of the roll-up door, and the other one right on the other side. These are going to be great. Hopefully they're not too bright. But yeah, we'll have to wait till it's dark out. But let's see if the remote works on both. There's that one on. Let's try that again. Off. On. That's pretty bright for this bright of a day. Let's see if it works on here. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. One remote for both. That's what I'm liking. Man, I feel like those lights just spruce this place up. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Well, so this company is called Hykoont. Like I said, there's going to be a link in the description to these and the inside HEXAGON shop lights. We're going to go in and install those next. But just if you want some more info on these, there's so many little features. So just go to that link and you'll get the exact, I don't want to say something that's wrong, but these are awesome. That was such a quick install and very easy. And man, they're already working so good. Turn that off before I forget. Turn that off. Boom. All right, so we installed the solar street lights out there. That went really smooth. We'll see how these goes. These are the HEXAGON LED lights and power cord, some of the conduit. Yeah. These are all the connectors, so let's see. Some hardware for wall installation. All right, so it says Y connectors, so you can, yeah, well, we'll see. I'll read. So where you're gonna go, I don't know if you can see this up close or not, but that's about the design. That's the design I'm using. So that's gonna go up on the wall over there. We'll bring you over there in a second. And then these are the lights. So here's another one. And they just clip to each other through these Y connectors. There's a little terminal on the inside of it, and they just clip in. So yeah, just like that. Looked like I didn't want to break anything, but it looks very simple. There it goes. And then there's a little tab on the bottom, and that just clips right in. So there's one, it's clipped in. So now as wherever the very beginning of your outlet, so here's your outlet plug. This guy is going to plug into the bottom end of whichever one you want to go first. So I'm going to probably put these together on the table here first and then bring it over to the wall and then screw her on in to find out. So there's little screw tabs right there. So once it goes against the wall, just a small little screw on there, very light. So there's not going to be any heavy weight on your wall or whatnot. Should go into drywall, into plywood pretty easily. So I'm going to get this all built up and bring you back when it's ready to install on the wall. Very cool. This is how easy it is. So wherever you end up with your design, so I'm just going to install 2 for today. I'm going to redesign it and get it set up for a review video we have coming up on some wood stoves. So you'll see what I do with it in that video. But for today's installation, just to keep it simple and so you can see how easy this is to set up and how awesome it is. So this is the power cord. Let's see where there's another one. Let's bring this, see if you can get this closer. But right in here, that's just the plug for it. So if you have just the angled one, it terminates it. You can't plug it in. So wherever you finish and you want your plug to go out this way, you just put on a 3-way, so a T joint, and then that is now your outlet plug. So this just plugs in there just like that. Now on the very bottom, it clips in. And then that's it. And then you can plug this in. So I figure I'm going to try it out right now, make sure that they're all working before mounting it and screwing it to the wall. I would think that that would be the smart thing to do. So hopefully this works. Let's check it out and see how bright just 2 might be. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Oh, man, that is going to be... Yeah, maybe I'm going to have to reach out to them and ask them for a couple more plugs because I could probably utilize these lights in a couple of different areas. And already I just love, like right above the steel, not in Canada, some people say still, it's actually pronounced steel. We put some of these up above there. Who knows? This is awesome. I've been so excited to have these in the shop. just add a nice little touch. So, all right, let's get them on the wall. And so the reason why I'm putting them over there is because that's like a no light zone I have in the shop. And it's been like a dreary corner for so long. And when I saw these, I'm like, that's perfect. I don't have to run any hard wiring power over there. I could just run a cord over, plug them in when I'm going to use them, and perfect. All right, let's get them on the wall. Step over everything, bring it on over. Let's plug it in and see. So this is only 2. Imagine if this whole wall was set up nicely. Oh yeah. Like that's pretty awesome. Like look how much that just illuminated right up that whole wall. Oh, this is awesome. Man, that's exciting. These are the things that get me going, is like shop lighting and so future, nice table here, lighting, doing a nice review, some wood stoves. Oh, this is gonna be a good spot. Well, that's gonna be a wrap on this video. Really excited about these lights from Hykoont and solar street lights outside. That's going to make a huge change around here. I'm happy to bring you guys into the shop and see, how things clean up and progress. This area develops into a nice review area. A little bit more lighting. I'm definitely going to install these in different areas. I thought I'd do one big one, like I said. I'm going to definitely spread those out. And thanks so much for watching this video, and being a part of the cabin build is going to be huge for me. I'm so excited to start that. Like I said, if you could think of a really good name for that series, better than the rolling cabin, that's all I can come up with. But people are clever. Shoot something in the comments, and man, I would love to. I'd love for someone to own that they named that cabin series. That'd be great. But once again, as this video gets uploaded, there will be a Canadian and a US link to an organization for mental health. 50% of any revenue made from this series is going to be donated. And like I said, it's out of my pocket, not out of yours. So you watching the video is all you need to do to help. And it's a great cause. I'm really happy about that. So thanks again for watching. Hit the like button if you liked it. Any comments on this lighting or anything going on in this shop, send me a message. There is a bar in here. You haven't seen that yet. You will. So we'll sit down and have a pint and see where this lighting takes us. All right. See you on the next one, guys. And thanks so much for watching. Cheers. All right, pretty dark at the shop. Can't even see the shop door. Can't see the ground at all. And it's only going to get darker here. Let's see what it looks like with these lights. Look at that. You can see the shop door beautifully. You can get in, you can see what you're doing. You can see all the way out here. Man, these lights are amazing. Look at that. And if you walk away and are not in their sensor, the lights dim down a bit. Still illuminates, but dims down, not to wear out the batteries. Then when you walk right back into that area, they click back up into high illumination. So excited about these. Amazing.